दूसरे प्रकार से भी एनवायरनमेंट को एड्रेस करना है, जैसे हमारी स्क्रैपिंग पॉलिसी। ये इतनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। मैं सरकार के सारे पुराने व्हीकल स्क्रैप करने की दिशा में जा रहा हूं। इतने बड़े देश में सारे पुराने व्हीकल स्क्रैप होना है, इतना बड़ा काम है। अगर आपकी कंपनियां मान लीजिए इन्वेस्टमेंट करें या खुद इस दिशा में आए, और उसके कारण इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का बहुत बड़ा नया मार्केट बनेगा। जैसे मेरे मन में है कि मेरे देश की मेरी पहली प्रायोरिटी सारे एम्बुलेंसेस, जितने पुराने एम्बुलेंस हैं, उन सारे एम्बुलेंस को स्क्रैप कर देना और उन सबको नए, और वो भी हाइब्रिड इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल भी हो और हमारे जो रेगुलर जिस प्रकार का फ्यूल का उपयोग करते हैं, ताकि कभी एम्बुलेंस को रुकने की नौबत ना आ जाए। अब आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं हिंदुस्तान जैसे इतने बड़े देश में कितनी बड़ी आवश्यकता होगी पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट। तो स्क्रैपिंग का एक ऐसा बड़ा क्षेत्र है, अगर आप वहां की कंपनियों को फाइनेंस की मदद कर सकते हैं और थोड़ा शुरू में, क्योंकि एक प्रकार से ग्लोबल गुड के लिए है, ये एनवायरनमेंट की दृष्टि से बहुत बड़ा काम है, तो आपके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर के रूप में। आप जानते हैं, मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूं, रिफॉर्म के क्षेत्र में मेरी सरकार बहुत प्रतिबद्ध है और हम रिफॉर्म हमारे देश की आवश्यकता, हमारे देश के भविष्य को ध्यान में रख कर कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम ग्लोबल स्टैंडर्ड को मीट करने वाले रिफॉर्म्स भी कर रहे हैं। और रिफॉर्म परफॉर्म ट्रांसफॉर्म करके संकल्प को लेकर के हम चल रहे हैं। और जैसा गौतम जी ने उल्लेख भी किया मेरे लास्ट भाषण का, मैं तो कहूंगा हम रिफॉर्म करेंगे, आप परफॉर्म कीजिए। अवसर ही अवसर है, और इसलिए मैं आप सबको, और आप जानते हैं जहां तक पॉपुलेशन के हिसाब से दुनिया में हमारा जितना है हिस्सा, पहली बार हम उस स्थिति पर पहुंचे हैं कि हमारे पॉपुलेशन का जितना परसेंटेज है उतना ही परसेंटेज, उससे +1 हम ग्लोबल गुड में कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। यानी एक वैश्विक जिम्मेवारियों को संतुलित रूप से निभाना, ये बहुत कम लोग कर सकते हैं, जो आज इतना बड़ा भारत देश कर रहा है। तो मैं मानता हूं कि इसको आप आगे जाकर के अपने फायदे में भी कैसे बदल सकते हैं। आप देखते हैं फिनटेक की दुनिया में भारत के पास टैलेंट भी है, उसका लाभ तो मिलेगा, लेकिन भारत के लोग टेक्नोलॉजी के एडॉप्ट करने में कितने तेज हैं। आज फिनटेक की दुनिया में हमारा यूपीआई, फाइनेंशियल डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन, दुनिया में जितना रियल टाइम ट्रांजैक्शन होता है उसका 50% अकेले इंडिया में होता है। इसका मतलब ये ऐसा क्षेत्र है कि जिसमें, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि फिनटेक की दुनिया में अगर ग्लोबल लीडर बनना है तो भारत को केंद्र बिंदु बना करके बड़ी आसानी से आप फिनटेक की दुनिया में आप आगे आ सकते हैं। स्टार्टअप के अंदर हमने काफी रिफॉर्म की है। इस बजट में भी हमने स्टार्टअप को काफी रिलैक्सेशन दिए हैं। भारत में Tier 2, Tier 3 सिटी में भी बहुत तेजी से स्टार्टअप ग्रो कर रहे हैं। 10 साल के भीतर हम करीब 10 साल पहले 100 स्टार्टअप थे, आज करीब 100,000 से भी ज्यादा स्टार्टअप है। बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में ग्लोबली लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और सक्सेसफुल स्टोरी है कि बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में उसमें से यूनिकॉर्न्स बन रहे हैं। मैं चाहूंगा कि आपके यहाँ जो फाइनेंस के वर्ल्ड से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, भारत के स्टार्टअप की दुनिया को अगर तराशेंगे तो उनके सामने बहुत बड़ी संभावना है। हम बहुत एग्रेसिवली सेमीकंडक्टर के क्षेत्र में जा रहे हैं। अब तक करीब 5 कंपनियां ऑलरेडी अपना काम शुरू कर चुकी हैं, आगे भी औरों की संभावनाएं हैं, और हम पूरी इकोसिस्टम को लाने वाले हैं। हम कोई एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा एक आध हिस्सा करके अटकने वाले नहीं है। भारत के पास टैलेंट है। आज दुनिया में जितने भी चिप्स हैं, अगर उसका राइटिंग का काम है हो रहा है, सब बड़ी कंपनियों के रिसर्च यूनिट वहीं पर है। अब हम चाहते हैं कि हम खुद ही यहाँ पर उस दिशा में आगे बढ़े, तो आपके लिए वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा स्कोप है। भारत में एक स्टेबिलिटी है, पॉलिटिकल स्टेबिलिटी है, लेकिन हम हमारी नीतियों में प्रिडिक्टेबल नीतियां लेकर के चल रहे हैं, लेकिन प्रोग्रेसिव पॉलिसी लेकर के भी चल रहे हैं। हम दुनिया में जो भी संभावना है उन नीतियों को और के लिए काफी ओपन हो, कोई सीक्रेसी और फिर बाद में जाकर के कुछ दूसरा और फिर कोई तीसरी डेफिनेशन, हम उस दिशा में जाने वाले लोगों में से नहीं है। एंड एक ट्रांसपेरेंसी के साथ, पूरे कमिटमेंट के साथ दुनिया के सब लोगों को आ रहे हैं। आज मैं सिंगापुर में इतने बड़े महत्वपूर्ण फोरम में बैठा हूं, तो मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं, भारत तो प्रगति कर रहा है, लेकिन भारत में जो सरकार है वो सरकार पिछले 10 साल में जो काम किया है उससे 3 गुना काम इस 5 साल में करने के मिजाज से काम कर रही है। वो विश्वास लेकर के हम कर रहे हैं। अभी मेरी सरकार नहीं हुए हैं, अंदर सिर्फ हमारे जो नीति निर्णय हुए हैं, शायद दुनिया के किसी देश में 5 साल में जो निर्णय नहीं हो सकते होंगे, वो मेरे 100 डेज में हुए हैं। हमारी स्पीड है, स्केल भी आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं। सिर्फ हमने गरीबों के लिए घर बनाए, 4 करोड़ घर।
Right, on that note, we're going to slip into a short break. We'll be right back with news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini. Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
Hi, I am AI anchor Sana, bringing the top headlines for you, presented by Motorola. Big blow to BJP before Haryana polls. BJP's Rathia MLA Lakshman Napa resigns day after party releases candidates list. At least 4 dead in school shooting in US state of Georgia. President Joe Biden condemns the incident. Controversy erupts over mosque in Shimla. Himachal Minister Anirudh Singh says, stop illegal construction of mosque in Shimla.
You are watching India Today.
A chilling crisis that's unfolding in the villages of Bahraich, Uttar Pradesh. As the night falls, tranquil calm is shattered by menacing threat, the man-eater wolves. Experts have warned of a possible revenge killing as well by these wolves. We're going to take you through a detailed report. Listen in.
In the dead of the night, UP's man-eater wolves venture out from the shadows of the forest. Prowling through the villages of Bahraich, hunting for their next victim. The wolf menace has left several families devastated in Bahraich. But what has led to the pack wolves to enter human territory? Experts have warned of revenge killing.
कई बार प्रतिशोधात्मक भी होता है उनकी तरफ से कि यदि आदमी ने उनके साथ दुर्व्यवहार किया है या उनके बच्चों को मार दिया है तो वो कोशिश करते हैं, कई बार जो है रिटेलिएट करते हैं। अदरवाइज बहुत ही जेंटिल और डोसाइल किस्म का जो है शर्मिला किस्म का जानवर होता है।
Wolves are unlikely to enter human settlements unless their habitat is encroached upon.
एक चीज़ ये है कि जैसे उनका हैबिटेट का लॉस जो सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर होता है, मान लिया वो अपने हैबिटेट तक नहीं आ रहा है, जैसे आपका क्षेत्र जो है हमेशा ये डूब क्षेत्र रहा है और वो डूब क्षेत्र के आसपास ही जो ऊंचे स्थल होते हैं उनमें रहते हैं। जैसे आपके तराई के जो क्षेत्र हैं इनमें इनकी संख्या देखी गई है और उनमें मान लिया पानी भर जाए, वैसी दशा में उनको वापस जाना पड़ता है, बार बार लौट के आते हैं। उसमें कई बार चांस इनकाउंटर हो जाता है। कई बार जानवरों का उनका कोई नियत नहीं होती कि हमें मारना है, लेकिन चांस इनकाउंटर होने से वो मतलब जो है एक बार जैसे उनको लगा कि ये इजी प्रे है, तो इजी प्रे के कारण जो है फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम हो सकता है कि वो चांस ले ले।
UP government's Operation Bheria has led to the capture of 4 wolves, but more and more are still on the prowl, hunting and haunting. Villagers have been asked to take safety into their own hands.
जो लोगों से आग्रह करना चाहूँगा कि वो मतलब अपने दरवाजे जो हैं बंद रखे, यदि नहीं रखे तो कम से कम पहरेदारी कर लें, और यदि बहुत अपरिहार्य स्थिति उत्पन्न होती है वैसे केस में बच्चों को अपने साथ बांध के रखें, सोते टाइम उनको अकेले न छोड़ें।
But are the ropes, bricks and walls enough to keep the predatory wolves at bay? Villagers shudder as the sun sets over Bahraich, praying and hoping there is no intruder at their door in the dead of the night. With Samad Shivasta, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now in Uttar Pradesh's Bahraich, a pack of wolves on the prowl. These man-eater wolves have killed at least 10 people so far, including 9 children. Meanwhile, politics has begun over the wolf terror with Akhilesh Yadav and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath at loggerheads. Here's a look.
The terror of wolves in Bahraich continues. The death toll due to wolf attacks in the region has reached 10, including 9 children. 4 wolves have been captured under Operation Bheria. Search for 2 more man-eater wolves is on. Political blame game has begun over wolves' terror. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav has blamed the Yogi Adityanath government for wolf attacks.
हम लोगों ने मदद के लिए भी कहा सरकार से कि मदद करें इन परिवारों की, लेकिन कोई मदद नहीं की गई सरकार की तरफ से। और इधर सरकार ही नहीं बता पा रही कि आखिरकार बच्चों को कौन उठा ले जा रहा है। सरकार ही कंफ्यूज है।
Chief Minister Adityanath has hit back, reminding people of the Samajwadi Party's rule in the state before 2017.
मैं देख रहा हूं ना इस समय कुछ आदमखोर भेड़िया प्रदेश के अंदर अलग अलग जनपदों में उत्पात मचा रहे हैं, और कमोबेश यही स्थिति 2017 के पहले प्रदेश की थी। ये लोग उस समय कितनी तबाही मचाए हुए थे, और इनके भी एरिया बटे हुए थे वसूली के, कहीं चाचा कहीं भतीजे, महाभारत के सारे रिश्ते थे।
Meanwhile, the government has advised the locals to carry sticks at all times to fight off the wolves.
हम जानवर को पकड़ रहे हैं, पकड़ने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, लेकिन तब तक लोगों से कहा जा रहा है बचो। ख़ास तौर से बच्चों को अपने बचा के रखो, अपने हाथ में लाठी या डंडा रखो, ताकि अगर लाठी डंडा होगा तो मामूली जानवर की हिम्मत नहीं है आपके ऊपर अटैक कर दे। रात में जब लोग सोएं तो अपने घर की कुंडी बंद करके सोएं।
People of Bahraich are living in fear as 2 wolves are still out looking for their next prey. Bureau Report, India Today.
Siddaramaiah government denies Best Principal Award to B.J. Ramakrishna, who's enforced the hijab diktat in 2021. The SDPI and others criticizing the principal of harassing those young girls by sending them out of classrooms, denying them examinations. B.J. Ramakrishna, though, was imposing a diktat that was issued by the then BJP government. Now, the Congress says we're going to probe into the matter and get back with more details. Mosque construction in Shimla sparks a row. Large number of people gathered right outside the Sanjauli Masjid to protest against the alleged illegal construction. This comes after Himachal Minister Anirudh Singh has criticized the construction of what he calls an illegal mosque, citing safety concerns for women and rising issues like love jihad and theft. Telling evidence of brutal murder of Renukaswamy. Picture exclusively accessed by India Today shows moments before the horrific murder of Renukaswamy. He can be seen pleading, asking to be spared, but yet he was battered. He was electrocuted, murdered, and this image before and after showing clear involvement of Darshan and his close aides.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 34 and minimum 24 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 27 and minimum 20 degrees. Chennai, maximum 34 and minimum 28 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 28 and minimum 22 degrees.
Co-powered by new Seltos with Kia Connect. Tech is now badass.
LIC जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी.
A mockery of their grief. Bribe bomb in Kolkata case.
যখন আমার মেয়ের দেহ আমার ঘরে সাইজে ছিল তখন বিপি নট আমাদের ঘরের একটা গলিতে ঢুকে ঘরের ভেতরে তিনি আমাকে টাকা দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করেন।
Parents parents fire bribe charge. Parents being labelled liars.
তাহলে এটা পুরো সম্পূর্ণ একদম মিথ্যা গল্প।
হ্যাঁ, মিথ্যা গল্প বানিয়ে একটা সমস্ত কিছু করেছে। আমরা বিচার চাইছি, যারা আমাদের সহযোগিতা করবে তারা আমাদের যারা ন্যায় পায়।
Cover up, ignore and insult. Parents caught in the crossfire. That is our top focus on 6 PM Prime.
Other than the crime itself, it is perhaps the most serious charge that has emerged in the entire Kolkata rape and murder case. The parents of the victim saying that they were offered money. To what end? Is it really true, or is the Trinamool labeling the parents as liars now? I'm going to talk about that on 5 Live today. Thanks so much for being with me on the show. These are the headlines. Supreme Court reserves bail for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Delhi Chief Minister seeks bail in the CBI Liquorgate case. CBI opposes bail, says Kejriwal has a big role to play in the excise policy case. Chilling images nail Kannada actor Darshan. Murder victim Renukaswamy's images found in another accused's phone. He pleaded for his life before the end. Bollywood sex abuse fallout in the Kerala cinema industry. Now Kannada film industry film stars intensify their demand for a similar probe. Top film stars meet Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Siddaramaiah says he will consider forming a Hema committee-like panel. Shimla Mosque triggers a big showdown. Protests erupt. Himachal minister objects to alleged illegal mosque. Owaisi slams the Congress government. Bangladesh caretaker Prime Minister Mohammad Yunus triggers a row, says attacks on Hindu minorities is exaggerated, claims issue is not communal. "26 days after their daughter, a young doctor, was raped and murdered at the RG Kar Hospital and College in Kolkata, the parents of the victim joined the protesters on the streets of Kolkata for the first time. So far, you've seen them speaking on camera, giving interviews, but this is for the first time that the mother and father of that young doctor came out onto the streets and joined protesters. Last evening, viewer, the parents also made a very, very grave claim. They said that they were offered money by a Kolkata police official just after the crime came to light. They don't talk about what it was for. They don't talk about why it was given. All they say is that they declined this offer of money. Now, the Trinamool Congress, which rules West Bengal, has been quick to jump, surprise, surprise, at the media, calling the media vultures and labeling the media as a bunch of liars for reporting what the parents of a dead doctor had to say, uncoerced, unrehearsed, unscripted. They, in their grief, were saying this on camera. But now the Trinamool, holding a press conference, has put out another video. The video you see on this side of your screen, blurred obviously. It's an undated video. We don't know when this video was shot. The same parents, the parents of the young doctor who was raped and murdered, where they say that there was nothing like that. No bribe was given, no money was offered of any kind. Now, we don't know the date of this video. India Today's Indrajit Kundu says it's an old video that was released yesterday by the Trinamool Congress. But this video was made live on television among the protesters by the parents yesterday. So I'm wondering which is the correct version. Is the Trinamool basically using an old video to suggest that the parents have either changed their version, or worse, that the parents are somehow liars, or even worse, that the parents are somehow compromised by the vulture media, as the Trinamool likes to describe all journalists reporting doggedly on one of the worst crimes we've seen in a very, very long time? Or is it something worse? We don't know just yet. All we know here, and especially on India Today, is that we've reported both things. We've reported what the parents have said last night, and we've reported what the Trinamool has put out today without a date. Remember, our reporters on the ground say it's an old video. So here's a question for you to think about. Are the parents being coerced? Are the parents under any kind of pressure? Does yesterday's soundbite by the parents override anything that they've said before? Was yesterday's claim by the parents said with free will, unlike a different soundbite which may have been said under duress? These are all questions that I am asking, and they are not loaded questions. They are not rhetorical questions because, viewer, the parents for 26 days now, 26 days since their daughter died, their claims have been very, very grave. They first talked about how they were told that their daughter had committed suicide. This initially was denied completely. Then the story became that the Kolkata police had never made this call. Then it became clear from tapes that they had indeed been told that their daughter had committed suicide, though it was from someone in the hospital and not the Kolkata police. Their claim that the body of their daughter was cremated in a hurry was blatantly refuted by the Trinamool and its MPs. Even last night, the parents repeated that claim. They wanted to preserve the body for longer, but there seemed to be an unseemly rush to cremate the body of their daughter. They've repeated the claim. They've stuck to what they've said from day one. They have not changed their stance on that aspect at all. And there are many more things, which leads one to wonder whether there is a low-key effort, not in your face because that would be too blatant. Is there a low-key effort by those who hold power in West Bengal to somehow discredit the parents? Is there a low-key effort by labeling the media as vultures to somehow label the parents as liars? Would the parents of a young woman who has died in the most horrific possible way lie about such things as the cremation of their daughter, that the time they were kept waiting, or the fact that they had been offered money, things that should be fairly easy to prove or disprove? Or have the parents found themselves now trapped in an angry and unrelenting crossfire that has necessarily become very, very political? Now remember, the Trinamool Congress in Bengal has for weeks on end been in terrible denial about the nature of these protests. They have labeled it as political from the word go, and that was a cardinal error, because even last night when the parents came out and when they spoke and said that money had been offered to them, they were surrounded by doctors. They were surrounded by the young people of Kolkata, and there was nothing political about it. When the protests have been political, they have been unashamedly political, and India Today will never ever hesitate to call out what is political and what is not. The question now is, are the parents now being made scapegoats? Is there a campaign to discredit the parents of a girl who was raped and murdered 27 days ago? Are they also now on the anvil with the political sledgehammer hanging over their heads? The question to the powers that be in Bengal is this: even after all these days, can they be so arrogant as to label the media as vultures while trying to make the public believe that they're not trying to discredit the parents? Watch this report.
Outrage over RG Car Hospital rape and murder mounts as new allegations come to light. Participating in the protests seeking justice for Abhaya, The parents accused a senior police officer of trying to bribe them after the incident came to light.
তখন আমার মেয়ের দেহ আমার ঘরে সাহায্য ছিল তখন ডিপি নট আমাদের ঘরের একটা গলিতে ঢুকে ঘরের ভেতরে তিনি আমাকে টাকা দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করেন
The TMC denied the charge.
যদি তাদেরকে টাকা পয়সা দেওয়া হয়েছিল ইত্যাদি পুলিশ দিয়েছিল ধামা চাপা দেওয়ার জন্য এরকম একটা ভিডিও যাচ্ছিল তার পাশে পাশে আবার আরেকটা ভিডিও এসছে যেখানে বাবা মারাও এইরকম একটা অভিযোগটাকে অসত্য বললেন এবং তারা বললেন এটা মিথ্যা আমরা কিন্তু আমাদের মেয়ের জন্য একেবারে তাড়াতাড়ি যে মেয়ে আমাদের মধ্যে নেই তার জন্য বিচার চাই
TMC even posted an old video of parents where they call bribe charges a lie.
একটা প্রচার হচ্ছে বিভিন্ন জায়গাতে পুলিশ প্রশাসন থেকে নাকি আপনাদের কোনো আর্থিক টাকা নিয়ে এসে দিয়ে
কে বললো এই কথা
ধামা চাপা
কিভাবে বললো এটা
এইটাই তো হচ্ছে টিভিতে
কিভাবে বললো আপনার আমাদের এই সময়ের কথা বলার কোনো দরকারই প্রয়োজন কি আছে এমন কোনো ঘটনাই ঘটেনি
ছি ছি ছি
আমরা কাউকে কিছুই বলিনি
তাহলে এটা পুরো সম্পূর্ণ একদম মিথ্যা গল্প
মিথ্যা গল্প বানিয়ে একটা শুরু করেছে
India Today has accessed a letter revealing that the hospital's principal ordered renovations near the site of the crime, fueling suspicions on a calculated cover-up. On Wednesday, anger boiled over as hundreds took to the streets, switching off their lights in a symbolic protest. West Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose joined the protest by switching off Raj Bhavan's lights and lighting a candle in solidarity. In Cooch Behar, violence erupted during the Reclaim the Night protest. Clashes broke out when a protester was allegedly assaulted by Trinamool Congress workers, triggering a police crackdown. Thirteen protesters, including women, have been arrested. Police have been deployed across Cooch Behar to maintain peace. Bureau Report, India Today.
So let's just show you what we know so far. The timeline of this particular claim by the parents that they were offered money by a Kolkata police official on September the 4th, that's last night. Here's what the parents claimed. They said that the Deputy Commissioner North in Kolkata tried bribing us. On September the 5th, the parents' video was released by the Trinamool. Our reporter Indrajit Kundu says it's not a video from yesterday. It was older than what they had said last night, where they are seen on camera saying no one tried to bribe us. These are all lies. So there are two videos now doing the rounds. One is an older video that's been presented today to try and refute the parents on camera on national television saying that they were offered money when they spoke last night. I want to get some clarity on this because this is an extremely serious issue and we are showing you both sides of what the claims are. India Today's Suryagni Roy is live with me from Kolkata. Suryagni, break this down for us so we understand it better. The video of the parents saying that they were not offered any bribes put out by the Trinamool today. Your team says this is an old video. This is not a video from today. Yet last night, during that protest, the parents said they were offered money. Where does the truth lie? Have the parents, are they under pressure from some quarters? What's going on?
Well, Shiv, if we speak factually and bring the facts out in front of our viewers, then, if the timeline is pretty clear. Yesterday, when between 9 and 10, when the family arrived, that's the parents basically of the victim, they were speaking. It was an event where lights would be off and as a part of a symbolic gestures, candles and, diyas would be lit. And that happened throughout the state. Now, the father rose up to, speak to the press over there and to everyone who was there. Not exactly to the press, but he wanted to say something. While he was speaking, he raised a few questions. While, he was speaking, we can quote him when he says that on the day his daughter died, the body was at their residence at that particular time. He's speaking of that time. that is when he's alleging that the Deputy Commissioner of Police of Kolkata Police North Division, though he hasn't named the individual, that person had offered him money. Now a question arises: why?
Yeah.
Why was this money, offered? The father hasn't spoken on that angle as of yet. That remains a question so far. Now, after that speech was made and Reclaim the Night happened, we all covered it and showed it to our viewers and everything. Since today morning, we could see this video which was viral on the internet of the parents. Where their faces are blurred and they are stating that they were asked this kind of a question, that was money offered to you guys by the Kolkata police. Their reply was, that's completely bizarre. Nothing of that sort has happened. When the Trinamool Congress did a press conference today, they categorically mentioned that they do not want to speak on the allegations of the family because they sympathize with the family. So it's not they don't want to make any comments on what the allegations have been made. However, they showed a video which we had already seen on social media.
Yeah.
Now this is the video that we were talking about, that the one that we played on our channel. Now this raises a lot of questions. When we tried to find out, we did figure out that this video is from mid-August. It's not from September. It's not from today, today morning or today afternoon, after the father's comments came last night. So there are a lot of questions on why, which part of the statement of the parents are true. That is the biggest question right now over here, as you have been questioning, Shiv.
Yeah.
That whether the parents back when they shot that
So
video,
basically, Suryagni, as per the timeline, as you've been reporting it, the last thing that the parents have said is that they were offered money. Because if this video that the Trinamool has put out and the one floating around on social media is from mid-August, then obviously the September 4th soundbite by the parents is the latest version of where they stand.
Yes, absolutely. And that happened last night. And that happened, at Arjikor when the father and the mother arrived to participate in the symbolic protest that was happening over there.
Right.
That is the place where, they came up with these questions. And these questions were for the press and for the Kolkata police as well. Back to you, Shiv.
All right, Suryagni, thanks very much. We'll continue to report this and ask all the big questions despite the Trinamool wanting to label the media as vultures in tweet after tweet, press conference after press conference. Well, that's what the nature of asking questions really feels like. Thanks, Suryagni, for that. Well, this is not the first time that the parents have been contradicted. We still don't know if the video put out actually contradicts what the parents have said since it's an earlier video. But here's an example of some of the other claims. Claims by the parents that the hospital said the daughter had died by suicide. The West Bengal police said that the suicide claim was not true, that the police never said it. This was correct, except that it was the hospital that had done so. The claim by the parents that the filed a complaint by 6 p.m, FIR registered at 11:45 p.m. The West Bengal government said the parents caused a delay in writing the complaint. Claim by parents that the daughter's body was cremated in haste. The crematorium manager said high chances of body getting decomposed. Claim by parents that the DC North, Kolkata, tried to bribe us. Trinamool leaders, like we just saw, put an older video of the parents denying that any money was actually offered to them. Now I want to shift focus to another story that has truly horrified people all across the country. Take a look, viewer, at these images. The image of a mother and the image of her son. This is Ratna Prabha, the mother of Renukaswamy, the young man who was abducted, tortured, and in the most barbaric manner killed in June this year, allegedly by the fan club of Kannada superstar Darshan and Darshan himself. These are the horrifying final images of Renukaswamy, the fan, who was abducted and murdered in the most merciless manner by Darshan and his people. Ratna Prabha, the mother of Renukaswamy, has been inconsolable, as you can imagine, since the death of her son. And today, on camera, she says, I haven't seen any of these images, and we're only showing you this picture because there are images of this young man's death that we cannot show you. They are so completely distressing. The cruelty that was imposed on this man, so unspeakable that we can't show them to you. And we can confirm to you that Ratna Prabha, the mother, says she doesn't have the heart, she doesn't have the strength to even dare to see any pictures of her son. The truth of the matter is, as you look at these pictures of Ratna Prabha weeping and mourning her son and not daring to see a single image of the torture that was perpetrated on him, guess what the accused killer, the kingpin of this dastardly crime, has been doing since his arrest some weeks ago? Actor Darshan, while a mother has been weeping, actor Darshan has been living a Rolls-Royce life behind bars. Since the day he entered jail, and I'm going to put those pictures up on your screen now, as a mother has wept, as Ratna Prabha and her family have come to terms with this absolutely terrible, terrible, unspeakable tragedy, this is what the accused killer of her son has been enjoying, courtesy the Karnataka law and order, police and prison system. This shameless coward thug actor, Darshan, has been making FaceTime calls. He's had a non-stop access to a mobile phone. He's been sitting unguarded out in the open, limitlessly, chilling with other history sheeters, sipping coffee, smoking cigarettes. When he was transferred following India Today's news break that this man was getting VIP treatment inside jail, while this mother was weeping, this shameless coward whose VIP treatment the Siddaramaiah government said shamelessly that it had no clue about, lying to the public of Karnataka, this shameless coward was then shifted to the Bellary prison. And guess what happened when this Kannada superstar was taken to the Bellary prison? Let's put those pictures up on your screen as well. Well, policemen, shameless men in khaki, were welcoming this accused murderer, begging for his selfies, practically falling over each other to welcoming him to his new home, the jail in Bellary. That was the kind of welcome that this accused murderer got when he was forced to shift his jail, just to give the public the impression that he was getting VIP treatment at Parapana Agrahara in Bengaluru, but now we've shifted him to Bellary where he will not get any VIP treatment. This is how he was welcomed. Selfies, backslaps, hugs, people touching his feet, and all these are policemen working in that prison. And the Siddaramaiah government wants you to believe, while this poor mother doesn't have the strength to see a single image, she doesn't watch TV, she doesn't look at her phone, her daughter tries to show her pictures, she refuses to see him because she is so terrified of what she will see. Imagine if she saw these pictures of government policemen throwing themselves, ingratiating themselves, doing anga pradakshanams for the man who is accused of mercilessly, barbarically murdering her son. That is what the law and order and criminal justice system in this country looks like. A grieving mother and a murderer who is living it up behind bars.
Electrocuted, thrashed, and tortured to death. Spine-chilling details in Renukaswamy murder case. Pictures exclusively accessed by India Today show moments before the horrific